Good morning, good day, and hello on those joining us for the second day of Cyber Talent Week. It's been an incredible start for the first day. Uh, just intense set of discussions and very significant and actionable items and recommendations that we got to know. Everything was expected and everything is well said, but also many issues and different creative solutions were proposed. In the day before, we had planned to go in a certain way to kick off each day with a quick recap of the previous day and also unfold, see what happens or what is going to happen the next day. And today is going to be another packed day for us. So yesterday's taking the recap of yesterday's learnings. It was great to see the way the the whole cyber talent issue was decomposed, deconstructed, and how can we take that forward? Today will be great to see. We started the day off with learnings from other resources and other areas and domains which have come through and still going through similar challenges as we are in the cyber space and cyber industry. The initial discussion was how can we take learnings from the edtech industry, and how can we take learnings from other areas of learning and capacity building and apply to cyber. So that discussion unfolded into a second discussion around what are the entrepreneurs in this space doing, especially in the cyber industry. And we had just an incredible session of pure honesty and reflection of how bold entrepreneurs go. And it's not just the glory and the glamour of the successful ones, but also the learnings that they have brought from the past. And you can imagine when you have 3 to 4 thousand startups in this industry trying to solve very challenging problems in their most creative ways. It's important that we understand and the journey of entrepreneur in cyber industry and see how we can support and help them. It's not only just for the entrepreneurs who are taking on the on specific challenges and sometimes applying and reapplying their knowledge from the industry, but also those candidates and the cyber talent, both across all domains and functions, joining them to support their journey. I'm an entrepreneur myself, so can vouch for the fact that you just don't need to have cyber security talent for having a cybersecurity entrepreneurial journey or a startup. You need a variety of skills to make that happen. So that was very helpful for a lot of us who are in this journey. Then we walk through the overall solutions of cybersecurity journey, and then the different structures and different routes that journey can take. And we look through what are the different opportunities that we have that we could take in terms of the long road in cyber. And this was deconstructed in the best possible way, in terms of initially cross training, and then subsequently looking at a very structured approach that the cyber moonshot program took, and the different recommendations that they have. In fact, our good friend Tom Patterson has said that he will make the white paper available, so it will be great to see that in more detail. Then we looked at the pathways of cyber careers. What does a long road and long successful career in cybersecurity look like? And then we looked at kind of a cyber state of states and a state of affairs as to where the talent is, and how does that talent can be applied to different stages, be it practitioners who are looking to have a different kind of experience and career growth, or those that are starting from nothing. It was a very invigorating discussion with our friends Dan Victor from Thrive DX and Nick Chevaliev from Silicon Valley Bank, both had two different perspectives. One coming from the entrepreneurial journey of 15 years of building a learning platform, and the other 15 years in the securing a very critical infrastructure asset in financial services. So then we looked at the deconstructing the journey and going a little bit deeper into specific areas. We looked at two of the areas. One is cyber incident response, and we discussed with Brian Hurd from Aon and Strauss Friedberg, Aon Cyber, how does an incident response profession look like? It's typically looked at as a reactive tool, but the proactive and the preventative measures that need to be taken in this space. Then finally, we kind of rounded up the day with uh, looking into the profession of privacy and policy making. That's another area where whether it's you consider it technical or not, I believe a lot of potential is there, where the cybersecurity industry needs help, and definitely cyber and privacy are absolutely inseparable, especially in the current scenario, and the growing increase and the awareness of privacy issues and challenges accelerating this need even further. Privacy tech, in fact, has become one of the hottest tech areas within the cybersecurity industry. So I believe I had a pretty good day yesterday, and can't be more excited about the day today. We have a lot of sessions packed, full day today, looking at different aspects of cybersecurity talent issues. We start the day with cyber capacity building and technology, and then go into a discussion around diversity, equity, and inclusion. This is a very special session from a very special leader and leadership forum called CEO for Racial Equity. Please tune into that. You'll have a very informed session from this one coming out. Then lessons from HR leadership. That is of personal interest to me. I think we have had many discussions around cybersecurity issues that have been accentuated by not having a clear pathway and clear understanding of the talent intake and the overall HR processes. I think there is a lot of pent up, kind of frustration around which HR policies or which HR and recruitment channels have been successful or not. So we will kind of dig into that issue a little bit. Then we look at that, how do we build the next generation of cyber talent or cyber program and cyber patriot program. We will have a look into the view of the whole of human cyber that Paul and Chris Pullen have been working on. So a shout out to those guys, and look at that session. Then we have a presentation by IC Square on cyber capacity and workforce insights. I think you have probably looked at their workforce study already. We are, there's a lot of information behind it. I would like you to definitely recommend tuning into that session, which will be very helpful. Then we go and look into a particular area around cyber workforce diversity, a study that was done by Aspen Institute. My sister from Aspen Institute is going to present that. So definitely that it's a report readout that will be very fast, insightful. We have looked into that report, and please read it after you look at the session, but actually you get a 15-minute kind of debrief on that. Then it's followed by cybersecurity and national security issues, and how do you defend a country in the cyberspace where there is no physical boundary. And our good friend from the good company, Rich Murray from FBI Dallas, and the leader of the cyber task force here, has a power-packed session that will be later in the afternoon. Then we go into talk a little bit of transition from military to cyber. It's a candid story by Scott Anderson. By no means, um, I kind of take that word lightly. It is a tough journey from a structured military organization coming to working into the private or public sector. So those that are in the veteran space and trying to get into cyber may like this session. Subsequently, we go into a session around critical infrastructure and workforce development, and then we'll talk about tales from the front lines. A leader from the cyber security team in the U.S. Air Force coming to talk about that. Then we building on the work. Then we build on that story to talk about a specific area around cybersecurity journey in Arkansas. It's a great story, as we have probably tracked over the last few years, and now working them more closely. So you have a very power packed, insight packed, and information packed day. So please stay tuned, and I thank you for joining us today, and looking forward to stay with you and learn from these great leaders throughout the day. Thank you. Check into the next one.